Well, good morning from, I have no idea how to say it, and I don't want to offend anyone, so I apologize. I'm going to put the word down here. If you know how to say it, let me know. I've asked like 4 crew members. I've gotten 4 different answers. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, today, another chilly but beautiful day here in Iceland.
We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world. 'Cause we got love. I need only you here with me.
Here on deck 8, right outside the local, which is where I chose to go have breakfast this morning. Had an amazing breakfast sandwich. This is my view. The water is super calm, and last night we had some visitors. That's right, Crystal woke up at like 3:30 in the morning as we entered the fjord. She was greeted by whales. She had a bunch of whales. Here's some footage. We had a bunch of whales. She said she saw like 6 or 7 whales, and every time I'd walk out on the balcony, I would have just missed them. It was terrible. But that's okay, because today we're going whale watching. So I'm gonna go to Starbucks, get Crystal and I coffee. Then we're gonna get dressed, go whale watching, and then who knows what else today brings. Then tomorrow we have a sea day, so excited to see what a sea day is like on this ship, but let's go get our coffee. I gotta hand it to him, because when I walked up, there was a line of like 12 people, and I am now the only one standing here. They knocked this line out. So the Starbucks crew on the Prima, good work. And we have made our way onto our boat. We are ready for some whale watching today. We are on a much larger boat, but we got here early, so we got our spot up here. But if you see right there, that is a rib boat. It's more private. There's only about 12 seats on it. We tried to book that. Like, we were on there a few hours after the booking opened for this, because we booked this third party through this company, and those sold out already. I mean, we're talking within a few hours it's sold out. So this is literally, if you just look up whale watching in Iceland, this company comes up as the first company. If you want the more private rib boat like that one right there, I recommend immediately doing it, because they start booking, gosh, I want to say like 4 or 5 months in advance we booked this. Now the big boat didn't sell out. Like, they're still selling tickets today for the big boat. But like, if you want the more private, like I'm saying on the rib boat, you better do it early. But today looks like it's a nice cool day. Like I said, Crystal already saw whales when we were coming in through the fjord. So we should have some good views today. Anyway, let's go check out some whales. So we began our whale watching tour. We made our way out. If you cannot tell, it is chilly, as you see the girls here wearing their beanies, which Crystal made for the guys and the girls, which you can check out in her Etsy shop. Plenty of beanies, not just Iceland themed, t-shirts, rompers, whatever you need. We got our cruise whiteboards, cruise magnets. Go ahead, check out our Etsy shop. But like I said, it was chilly, so make sure you bundle up when you head out there. And I just have to say, I am not the greatest whale watching person to catch on film. Luckily, my wife is. As you can see, Josh, he has all the equipment here, and I just missed the whale. I'm not very good at it. Luckily, we got Crystal's footage. I mean, she sits there and just perfectly gets every shot. Loved how close we were able to see these whales, and just wait for this one. This was amazing. We were just sitting there floating in the water. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes a whale. I mean, you can see the boat right there. Look how close we are. Oh, it was wild. So cool to see. Then after about an hour-ish of watching, we headed back to the pier where we docked. And got to go right by our ship, say hi to everyone, and we were off to explore. So there you go. This is who we used for our whale watch today. Just so you know, at the end of the pier here, there's like 3 different companies that you can use. But this one right here we booked online. Very good. But yeah, there you go. That is exactly who we used. So now, if you want to do this, I would recommend doing it. We booked it third party through them. I mean, it was like, for the 2 of us, I want to say it was $65. Don't quote me on that, but it was not very expensive, and it was well worth it for a 3-hour tour. So right across from the port, there is this little square full of shopping, full of food, lots of places you can go and find something, coffee shops. So if you just want to kind of explore the port, it's a nice little area. I mean, it's literally, you walk to the end of the port and there is like shops, you can't miss it. Across the street, we got souvenir shops. We got food. Now we're gonna go have a hot dog. There we go. This is what I got. I got the Icelandic specialty. It is ketchup, mustard, remoulade sauce, and cocktail sauce. They are red hot dogs. They're really good. I mean, I had one the other day in Reykjavik. So here we go. Let's go have a snack. Well, we made our way into a gift shop here, and Crystal found a puffin tea towel we're going to get.
And a patch.
And a patch, because Crystal has a denim shirt or jacket that she's putting together and has all the places she's visited on the back. So we did find some souvenirs. All right, we have made a stop at the local here. We got our wings, we got our nachos, we got our drinks. Perfect little pick-me-up after a day at port. Crystal's got some fancy spritz over there. Yeah, it's a perfect little spot after going to the port all day and grab a bite to eat and then get ready for the night.
Just say yes, at least you're gonna intimidate them. Okay? Number 5. This traditional dish from Canada consisting of French fries, cheese curds, and topped with gravy. What is the name of this dish?
We have the brain trust over here trying to get our answers. Crystal's apparently in the brain trust. We might be doomed.
I have a point there.
This is really hard. This food trivia is very hard.
Okay.
So we got second place in trivia. I contributed 0%. Our group got 10. Crystal contributed a lot, and she's part of my world. She is my world. So therefore, I contributed a lot as well. That's what we'll say. But as you can see, we have pushed off. I'm not a big fan of standing on the edge of the ship because of my fear of heights. But I'm cool sitting back here on these like really nice chairs. I really like them. So Crystal, she can go out there and watch. But as the captain said, we have about an hour and a half that we will be in this fjord as we're leaving. So we are gonna try and sit out here for as long as we can. It's a little windy, so there is some chill in the air. So when Crystal gets cold, we'll go inside. But wanted to sit out here and watch. She got up at 3 a.m. and watched us come in, and I tried to fall back asleep and couldn't. But this is the first time I've been able to see a sail through here, so just gonna enjoy ourselves. All right, we have entered the elevator of endless lights. Lift is going up. We are heading to deck 17. That's where we're having dinner tonight at Palomar, which is the first Mediterranean restaurant on a Norwegian ship. And tonight here at Palomar, just so you know, when you are using a dining credit, you get 2 appetizers each, 1 main dish and 1 dessert. So I went with the tuna crudo, which is like tuna sashimi. Crystal went with the grilled prawns and a Greek salad, which there's her grilled prawns. You get 1 at a time. And I also went with the grilled prawns. So let's dig in. Also to note, you cannot wear dress shorts to Palomar. You have to wear long pants. I may or may not had to go put my dress pants on. Just so you know. And I did already take a bite, but we have grilled sourdough and a nice olive oil to dip it in. So that is your bread service. And if you need more, it's just right there. But so far, Palomar is a very nice restaurant. Just be prepared. It is definitely a higher class restaurant. All right, so for our main course, Crystal and I both went with the festoni, which is sea scallops and clams served over with a pesto sauce. And then you get 2 side dishes. I went with potatoes and asparagus, and Crystal got a Caesar salad. And apparently, we just saw a whale out there somewhere. Wow. Okay, I just missed that. But there we go. We're seeing more whales, even at dinner. Okay, so I butchered what sides Crystal got. She got an arugula salad with vinegar and Parmesan. No, oil, a vinaigrette and Parmesan. See, I'm still bad. And then she got this, which is a white bean and a tomato ragu. She says it's delicious. I'm not a huge white bean fan, so I'm not going to try it. But the scallops and clams with the capers and the pesto, top notch. I love that. And here is our dessert choices. Dessert is included with the dining credit. However, this restaurant is a la carte. So as you see, if you were to get dessert here and you were not on a dining credit, you would have a $12 dessert. And then we also have coffee. And since we have the Starbucks package, this is included. But if not, you can see your additional fee right there. All right, so for dessert tonight, I have a chocolate mousse cake. You can't tell it has salted caramel popcorn on top of it. And Crystal, I can't remember how to say it. I said it correctly when she ordered it, but now I can't remember what I said. It is a Greek yogurt sorbet with an orange custard pie. So yeah, it's a very, obviously, it's a Mediterranean themed restaurant. If you need that in a nutshell, it's very Greek inspired with the meal. Very good, very tasty, ready to dive into dessert. But on an 11-day cruise, you eat a lot of heavy food. This restaurant was very light and very filling as well, but I don't feel stuffed. And that is something that is hard to avoid on a cruise. So this was a very welcomed meal. It's just Crystal and the band singing outside the whiskey bar. There she goes. Oh, Tyler's starting to sing. There we go. There she goes. All right, well, it is the end of our day, which means another episode of Bryson on the Couch. Time to wrap up the day. Started with whale watching. Whale watching was phenomenal. Crystal and I whale watch every place we get a chance to. She loves it. I enjoy it, but seeing the joy that my wife gets from seeing a whale, it's pretty awesome. I mean, because she gets like a little kid on Christmas morning. It's hilarious. But we saw the whales. We had the one come up right by our ship. That was insane. Insane. Cannot tell you how crazy it was to see that fin right off our bow. That was wild. But it was a really good excursion. And again, I showed earlier that QR code. We booked it third party. This was not through NCL. And I mean, literally, we just walked to the end of the pier, the end of the port, right before we crossed the street into those shops we were at. And there was 3 different whale watch companies. And just so you know, like, people were walking up and they were buying tickets today. So, I mean, you could possibly do that if you didn't want to book ahead of time. But again, we booked ahead of time. Like, I think we booked this in January for a July cruise, right? So there's your example of how far ahead we booked it. If you're someone who enjoys a smaller boat, definitely get on there as soon as you can and try and get them booked. I mean, if you're going on a cruise next year, just go to one of those websites and find out when they like start opening, things like that. Or book it through NCL. NCL does offer that, but I don't know how many spots they have. But like I said, there was 3 different whale watching tour companies all right by each other at the end of the port, end of the pier, however you want to call it. Then we had our dinner at Palomar, which was such a change of pace from typical cruise meals for us. Because like I said, we usually are full, we're like so full, we're uncomfortable. And then you feel blah, right? This was like a nice light meal. It was a different taste of meal because, again, this is the first Mediterranean restaurant we've ever had on any cruise line, and this is the first one on Norwegian. And I really enjoyed it. It was nice and light. It was a good meal, good flavors. If you like those Mediterranean flavors, definitely try it. If you like seafood, definitely try it. Highly recommend. Definitely use a meal credit though, because since it's an a la carte, every single item you get costs something and it adds up real quick. For example, if we didn't have our meal credit, it said it would have been almost $300 for Crystal and I to get what we got. Now, we probably wouldn't have got 2 appetizers each, a main entree, 2 sides, and a dessert. We never would have got all that. But we did since it was the dining credit. And again, we got all that and we did not feel overly full. We felt comfortable and we enjoyed the rest of our night at the whiskey bar, which is where our friend group has been meeting up every night and hanging out. I know there hasn't been a lot of activities going on. We did go to that food trivia, but really, like, this is all about reconnecting with people we haven't seen for a long time. And that's what we're doing on this trip. We're seeing the world, we're seeing places we'd never see otherwise, and we're reconnecting and seeing it with people that we haven't seen for a long time and meeting some new people along the way. Because there's people that are with this group that we've never met before that we are truly enjoying meeting. So it's a fun time. Like, we're getting to know everybody. Like I said, reconnecting, just having a good time. And that's it. That's what we're all about on this trip. Seeing new places and just having fun. But anyway, that is going to do it. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, click that like button as it helps our channel, and ring that bell icon so you're notified whenever we release new videos, whether it's this series, whether it's future videos, just ring the bell. That way you're notified. But most importantly, thank you all so much for stopping by. And for the love of the mouse, never forget that it all started with a mouse.
We only need